It is my privilege and honor to welcome to this stage someone whom you're familiar with, and if you haven't read his bio, do it. But I think you all know who he is, and I want to welcome the World Bank President, Dr. Yong Kim. Thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Hello? Hello, you guys? Hello? Hey! What are you doing? Could somebody call security? Please? What's going on? Where's security? What's going on? Did you plan this?
Put your hands up. If you feel the music, put your hands up. If you feel the music, then put your hands up. If you feel the music, put your hands up. If you feel the music, then put your hands up. Now put your hands up.
Those are the young professionals of the World Bank Group. Let's hear it for them. You know, I'm here today just to deliver a very simple message. The World Bank is committed to tackling climate change, but more than anything else, we're committed to tackling climate change because it affects the people we care about most. You know, just today I heard about a group of people in Mozambique who have been devastated by both the drought and the flooding. What we have to realize is that climate change is not a future threat. It is here with us today. Everywhere I go, I hear again and again and again, it is here, it's with us. At a meeting, the president of the Philippines said to everybody in the room, and it was a very a very distinguished group of people. He said, if any of you doubt the reality of climate change, just come to the Philippines. Our people are devastated. Cyclones that should have stopped in the early fall are now continuing throughout the year. Places that were areas where there was too much water, now they're facing drought. Places that had droughts before now are inundated with water. Connect4Climate is important because we have to take this struggle to a different level. You know, we have been talking about the numbers. 98% of scientists agree. We're going to see a 4°C world by the end of the century. We've said all the numbers again and again and again. But what we yet have failed to do is actually connect. Connect4Climate is about bringing in young people, bringing in artists, because what we know is that the numbers, the intellectual arguments have not been enough. For me, now that I've studied the problem in such great depth with the people on our team, it has become very personal. You know, when I heard that in order to have any chance of keeping global warming to 2°C or less, the peak CO2 emission year would have to be 2016. When I heard that, I thought about my 3-year-old son. My 12-year-old son too, but my 3-year-old son, by the time he's my age, could be living in a world that would be unrecognizable today. Extreme heat, extreme weather events every year, food fights, struggles over access to water. Every single day. It would be a world that we don't recognize. And I can just imagine my son living in that time saying every day, my father was the president of the World Bank. What did he do when he knew? When he knew that this was going to happen, when he knew that the peak CO2 emission year was 2016, what did he do when he knew? Well, we've got to connect now in a very different way. You know, I'm a medical doctor, and we know a lot about how the brain works now. And we know that if we just appeal to the prefrontal cortex, our thinking brains, it's not going to lead to change. What we need is a social movement that will finally, and for once, get serious about tackling this epidemic. And in order to do it, we can't think about small bore solutions anymore. My own sense is that every time these extreme weather events happen, the world looks to us, those of us who have responsibility for tackling climate change. They look to us and they ask themselves, okay, so are they serious with a solution that's big enough to tackle the challenge? And I'm afraid that every single time these events have happened, we've only been giving them small bore solutions. We've got to get serious. We've got to connect on an emotional level. The young people here today know that they're going to be living in a time that's unrecognizable today. We have to listen to them. We have to listen to the scientists, but we have to connect. That's the whole purpose of Connect4Climate. I'm so glad that young people and artists are engaging with us here at the World Bank, and I can assure you, every single day, I come to work thinking, my son is going to ask me, what did I do when I knew? What we're doing is Connect4Climate. What we want to do is create a stable price of carbon. We want to attack fuel subsidies. We want to find a way to build clean cities. We want to move on climate-smart agriculture, and there's so much more. We're with you. Those of you who are here from the environmental world, we're with you. We are not going to stop. This is fundamentally about family values, and it's fundamentally about how much we care about the world we're leaving to our children. But even more importantly, I want you to understand that in the world today, especially in the poorest countries, this is a problem that's with us right now today. We're doing well on disaster risk management. We're very proud of our work. Unfortunately, what we know is that's going to be a growth industry for us. There are going to be more and more disasters that we'll have to help manage. Please connect with us. Please give the young people and the artists here today your support. I just want to thank, lastly, I want to thank the Italian government for their visionary support of this effort. The Italians have been doing so much in this area, have taken this so seriously, and are a great shining example for what all the countries have to do and what we all have to do. Thank you very much.